Mayor si Anton Perez.
Present.
The Presiding Officer pro tempore, Councilor Apolonio G. Bacay.
Present.
The Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Cirilo Tirado.
Present.
The Minority Floor Leader, Councilor Oscar A. Boling. Councilor Caroline D. Sison.
Present.
Councilor Michelle S. Segondera.
Present.
Councilor Rosilito O. Pontelera.
Present.
Councilor Berna S. de Rabago. Councilor Robel Ronoy.
Present.
Councilor Dalia M. De Leon.
Present.
Councilor Alfred Perez C. De Castro. Liga ng mga Barangay President Raul B. Bacay.
Present.
Ang panlusod ng Federasyon ng Sangguniang Kabataan President Cloverly Perez. 12 members of this August body responded to the poll, sir.
12 members respond to the poll and now certified for quorum. We may now transact official business. Approval of the agenda, Councilor De Castro, the Chairman of Laws and Rules.
Mr. Chair, I respectfully move that the agenda for today's session be approved by the Council.
There is a motion by Councilor De Castro. Madam Secretary, do we have unassigned businesses?
Wala po, sir. Po, meron.
Madam Secretary.
Sir, is the resolution. The first is the adoption of a resolution regarding the 2020 Annual Investment Program or AIP of the City of Alaminos. At the same time, the annual supplemental investment program number 2 of the City of Alaminos and its accompanying supplemental budget. The next one is the resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, North Luzon Chapter, 100 Island Cycling Club Incorporated, Philippine Medical Society, Western Pangasinan Confederation of Ilocano Association, Samahang Ilocano, Victory Christian Fellowship of Pangasinan Incorporated, and the LGU of the municipalities of Sual, Mabini, Burgos, Dasol, Infanta, Bani, Anda, Agno, and Bolinao for the institutionalization of disaster risk reduction management initiatives among stakeholders and build the resilience of local communities. And the last one is the yun na po, sir, tatlo.
So we have 3 unassigned businesses. Any other? Councilor Sison.
Yes. Resolution wise, congratulating committee. Yes. Resolution congratulating and commending Gabriel Hope Marzan for winning in the NCAA Season 95 badminton league exhibition. Ina po.
Okay. 4. Councilor Rado.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, about the proposed ordinance regulating the backfilling activities in Alaminos, which you have already conducted the hearing. I request that this be calendared for second reading during our next regular session. And another one, I would like to request for a dialogue with the residents of Poblacion. I was informed that they are concerned in reviewing the zoning ordinance by the Chairman of Poblacion.
Amendment is set. Okay, so we have 6 unassigned businesses. So there is a pending motion by Councilor De Castro in the seconded by Councilor Sison, Rapago, and Councilor Lanoy for the approval of the said agenda. Any objection? Okay, we have 6 unassigned businesses. Hearing none, the said agenda is approved.
Mr. Chair, may I recognize?
Yes.
In addition to the unassigned business, I've been going through the newspapers lately, and this morning I have read the possibility of the spreading of ASF in the province of Pangasinan, considering there has been an apprehension in the municipality of Mangaldan of traders, I think Mangaldan or Mapandan of traders bringing in swine, which is infested with ASF. And in line with that, for the protection of the city of Alaminos, I respectfully move, of course, with the support of the Committee on Agriculture and the chairman of Barangay Affairs that a resolution be passed enjoining barangay officials to strengthen the posting of checkpoints and quarantine, particularly with respect to swine, so as to prevent the possibility of spreading ASF within the city of Alabino.
Okay, any other unassigned businesses? Hearing none, so we have additional one more with Councilor De Castro, seconded by Councilor De Leon. Any objection? Hearing none, we have 7 unassigned businesses for the agenda today. Next item.
Approval of adoption of the journal and minutes of the SP regular session held on September 24, 2019.
Councilor Secondary.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the adoption of the journal and minutes of the SP regular session held on September 24, 2019.
Just moved by Councilor Secondera, seconded by Councilor De Leon, Councilor Pagkalera, and Councilor Season for the adoption of the journals and minutes of our regular session held September 24, 2019. Any objection? Amendment, discussion. Hearing none, the said journal and minutes are hereby adopted. Next item for our privilege hour.
The first item on the privilege hour is the awarding of certificates of accreditation of the 11 accredited CSOs.
Madam Secretary, can you kindly acknowledge our guests?
So awarding na po, sir. So our guests for our CSO attendees, for representatives who are with us today are Mr. Anton from the High Ace, also Mr. Ramil Rapos, also of the 100 Islands High Ace. Mr. Joe Domonten, PT Overall President of the Alabino City Division, Madam Emma Shapno, Chairperson of the Entrep Multipurpose Cooperative, Ma'am Macrina Amansep, also member of the Entrep, Ma'am Jocelyn B. Bersano, OFW President, Ma'am Leticia Pajardo of the ACOPA, Mr. Benjan Rasby Natividad, the President of Tanghalang Sandangkulo, Sir Federico Casipit of the Sabangan Fisher Folks Association. Yun na po, sir.
Okay, in behalf po of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, we welcome you po dito po sa aming session hall. In-invite po namin kayo para po personally po kayong makilala po ng ating buong council at masaya-masaya po kami na very active po yung ating civil society organization sa Alaminos. So ito po ay simpleng turnover lang naman po ng ating certification po ninyo at I hope this will strengthen yung tulungan po natin for your organizations and for our city. Rest assured, my office, the buong Sangguniang Panlungsod, dito po kami, hindi lamang para i-accredit po kayo, kung hindi ka-partner niyo po, para tulungan po yung mga kasamahan niyo po sa organizations. For the information of the body, si Councilor Roy Villanueva po, ang ating chairman ng cooperatives, siya po yung nag-handle po ng accreditation process po ninyo dito po sa Sangguniang. So, salamat po at sana excited po kami makatrabaho po kayo. Sige po. So, siguro po isa-isahin po natin tawagin para may award po natin yung Councilor Sirigura to.
Before we proceed, remove po the suspension of all the rules.
It has been moved by Councilor Sirigura to, duly seconded by Councilor Anoy for the suspension of the rules. Secretary?
Now we proceed with the awarding of certificates. So, basahin ko lang po yung content ng ating Certificate of Accreditation. Republic of the Philippines, Province of Pangasinan, City of Alaminos. This is to certify having satisfactorily complied with the requirements for accreditation pursuant to the Public Act number 7160, otherwise known as Local Government Code of 1991, and that's promulgated in DIG Memorandum Circular number 2019-72, dated May 22, 2019.
Live.
The name of the organization and organization duly registered to the Department of Labor and Employment is applicable and no zero certificate of accreditation. In which we hope we have set here and set our hands and calls the set of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the City Pangasinan, Philippines, to be affixed in this September, in the year of our Lord 2019, at the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan, signed our City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, Jose Antonio Perez, Councilor Robert Eroy, Chairperson, Cirilo Villadoc, Co-Chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture and Cooperatives, Councilor Daniel De Leon, Member, Michelle Tigondera, Member, and Councilor Oscar A. Boli, Member. The first one is the 100 Islands Association of City Employees, or the HIA. Yes, sir. The next association po is Star Incorporated, Star Inc. Star Inc. po at entrepreneurs towards rural economic project for the purpose cooperative or the INTREP. Kasi isa lang po ang president nila.
Sunod ka na. Kaya sana kung alam mo.
Next po is the Tanghalang Sandaang Pulo Cultural Group Incorporated. Next po is the Division Federation of Parents Teachers Association, represented po by Dr. Diray. Siya po ang president. Arturo Arturo.
Division, Federated President. Ay, sa CCI, tsaka po. Saan yung ano? Hoy, Joy. Mayroon ako na doon, binigay na sa akin. Una na siya. Pinahawak ko. Sa inyo.
One, two, three. One. Okay na po.
Next po is the ACOPA, or the Alaminos City OFW Family Association. President si Madam Jocelyn Gersan.
Mga na kayo may sampol, may sapa. May sapa, may nang mayroon sa farmer sa picture, mga kasiwan. Ma'am.
Next po is the Sabangan Farmers and Fisher Folks Association.
Wala na meron ka. Wala naman. Hindi ko na sa amin. Hindi na sa inyo.
Kung sa taga, siniram yung mga certificate. Yung mga certificate na ibon bilang ko.
Okay lang.
Sabi mo mo. Nakadilat pa eh.
My God. Mamusin nyo na.
Sige, sige. Sir, wait na 5 minutes. Mag-message siya lang si Mami.
The last but not the least, for the awarding of Certificate of Accreditation, we have the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, Northern Luzon Chapter.
One, two, three, tama po. 1, 2, 3. Ayun po. Before we lift the suspension of the rules, meron po bang gustong salita from our CSOs, esteemed CSOs? Ma'am Emma? Maybe a short word or greeting? We miss you here in the Sangguniang.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. First of all, we are honored to be accredited as one of the CSOs. But again, I said during the interview that we have to be accredited because we are an accredited partner of Alaminos LGU regarding the bamboo development industry of Alaminos City.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Diba? We are here to help you po. Meron po ba? Ma'am Josie, gusto po magbigay ng mensahe? Sige naman, baka nagpipigil ka pa siya.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, and also po na City Councilor. Salamat po sa aming pagka-credit sa amin dito sa Sangguniang. Aking mag-share na po sa aking ginagawa po sa aming OFW. Yung pagtulong po sa mga OFW sa ibang bansa at saka malikom namin po sa mga bawat barangay, mga barangay sa mga galing po sa ibang bansa na mabigyan po na kanilang pinag-substance sa OWA po program. Yun na po, thank you.
Okay, thank you po. Any other? Would you like to? Sige sir, last po.
In behalf of the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, Northern Luzon Chapter, maraming salamat po sa pag-accredit nyo po sa aming organization. So, nandito po kami para umalalay po sa Luzon sa mga usaping environmental planning. Nandito pa kami para sa pag-harmony ng mga plano po sa tungkol sa kalikasan. Yun na po. Maraming salamat.
Sir, looking forward to be working with you. So, yun na po again, in behalf of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, salamat po sa pagpunta at kami partners niyo po sa inyong organizations at sa inyong advocacies. Pag may kailangan lang po, nandiyan po si Councilor Provident ay always willing to help. Our chairman on the cooperatives and the rest of the councilors po. Thank you po ulit. So we will now lift the suspension of the rules. Ay, hindi pa. Ma'am Secretary, next.
The next item is the courtesy call of our new Schools Division Superintendent of the Alaminos City Schools Division, Dr. Lorna J. Bugayong.
Okay, so again, we suspend our rules. But ma'am, magandang hapon po. You have the floor, ma'am. Maybe you could briefly introduce for yourself and give a short message po.
Good afternoon to everyone, to our Honorable Vice Mayor. I didn't know na akala ko matanda yung Vice Mayor. Hindi, sa totoo lang, because I don't have any idea. I was introduced yesterday, Monday, during the flag raising ceremony. So I never met you, sir, in the flag raising ceremony. So, sabi ko sa ating chief na si Sir Sandan, sabi ko, so hindi ko alam na ano pala ito, no? It's a government of young people, na very attractive. Starstruck ka talaga sa the Vice Mayor and the Mayor. And of course, sa ating mga city councilors and my colleagues in the division, Mr. Arteray and Mr. Sandayan, and our awardees, the CSO awardees, and of course, all the officials who are here gathered in this hall. Good afternoon again to everyone. Well, for the information of the body, I am Lorna Garcia Bugayong, a pure Ilocana from La Union. I first started my teaching career in the division of La Union. So I rose from rank from teacher up to assistant schools division superintendent in the division of La Union. And then I was given a chance to manage a school at a division in San Carlos way back in 2015 to 2017. And then I was transferred to Dagupan at 2017 to September 18, Dagupan City. And modesty aside, when we were there, SDM Dagupan City helped a lot, in the attaining the championship, R1AA championship for Dagupan City. And we were also awarded fourth runner-up in the national literacy. That's for Mayor Vilen, and also awarded as the most friendly city. Because we work hard, hand in hand with the then mayor, hindi lang pinalad si Mayor Vilen. Kasi napaka-supportan niyo po, supportive niyo po sa lahat ng mga projects. And although yun ang LGU, pero ang laki ng tulong ng SDO Dagupan City for that win. Sabi ko kanina, I am an Ilocana, so nag-amok tag-Ilocano. Pura may Ilocano. So may dimayat ito'y, I was quite happy because I consider it a second home. Kasi dito ko na nung nandun ako sa San Carlos, purong Pangasinan, nandiyan ako sa Dagupan, it's a mixture, pero siguro 90% it's still Pangasinense. Pero dito, I think it's 80% na Ilocano. So sabi ko, I'm not far from home. I'm always at home here in Alaminos. So I will not be promising the stars and the moon, but I would like to thank everyone, especially the LGU, for giving me a chance to serve Alaminos City, for the warm welcome that you have accorded to me. And as I said, I will not promise anything, but I will give my best for working hard for the welfare of our learners in Alaminos City. So thank you very much.
Councilor Apolonio Bacay, the chairperson of education. Ma'am?
Dr. Lorna Bugayong, you are greatly welcome by all of us here in Sangguniang Panlungsod. We feel so great for having this opportunity to work under such an experienced and skilled person as you. We are sure that together we will make a difference in our city. We hope to have a great time working under your guidance and supervision. Welcome and mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you po.
Any other maybe messages to our good superintendent? Okay. Ma'am and Jack po again, thank you for your presence. We are excited to work with you. Some of us are young, all of us are young at heart, and always ready po to help our division every time we need us.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so magsimula na po tayo sa Teacher's Day. Malapit na po. So,
October 9. Convention Center.
so again, thank you very much po.
Sige po.
Welcome po.
So we will now lift the suspension of the rules. Under proposed resolutions, item number 1.
Item number 1 is the resolution enjoining the barangay officials of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan to strengthen their cleanliness drive and the clogging of canals to prevent outbreaks of dengue and other related diseases.
Sino po ulit ito? Councilor Apolonio Bacay.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to elevate for the business of the day for
Yan, may draft ba? May draft. Okay, it has been moved by Councilor Apolonio Bacay. In the second. Seconded by Councilor Rabago and Councilor Season to include the said item as a resolution in our business of the day for deliberation. Next item.
Resolution endorsing a Sangguniang Panlungsod member who shall be included in the composition of the city's People's Law Enforcement Board or the PLEB based on the DILG Memorandum dated August 6, 2019.
May ano ba ito? May supporting documents to? Wala rin. So siguro yan na lang muna natin to. Pag-usapan muna natin, next session na lang natin yan. Ano lang, may request ko lang sa kanila.
Ilipit na lang natin sa business of the day.
Sige.
I move, Mr. Chairman, that item number 2 under proposed resolution be related to the business of the day.
Been moved by Councilor Cirilo Doc, seconded by Councilor Season to include the said item number 2 in our business of the day for deliberation. Any objection? Hearing none, said item is included in our business of the day. Next item.
Resolution endorsing the proposed tourism-related projects in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan to the Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority or TIESA for funding assistance to it. Solar street lights at Barangay Cabatuan to Lucas Ward. Floating docks at 100 Islands National Park and Sky Garden at Lucas Ward.
Councilor Season is recognized. I-hearing ko lang ito. At may background ko. Councilor Season.
Kailan pa i-use to? Ate, or resolution lang siya? Resolution lang.
May draft ba?
Requesting for a resolution.
May draft ba? Do we have a draft? No draft. So kung walang draft, siguro i-hearing muna natin kasi para at least meron tayong idea kung ano yung may resolution natin. Councilor Season? The chair rules for a 2-minute recess. Councilor Season?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Regarding this, ano pa lang, resolution for
So siguro, Fishing.
No, it's just a request for possible funding. So, sa tingin ko wala namang buwan.
Kayo, ako kasi walang problema sa akin. Wala lang kasi yung draft kaya wala akong basis.
Pero walang amount?
Wala.
Ano po yung nasa tuloy yung tulak po nito?
Actually, sa ating case mo,
Over to you.
Sa case na pundo sila, hindi kasi sila para gano'n.
Okay.
Sasarapan ng bayan dyan. Kasi, in-assist the version of sino bang proponent nito, ma'am? LCE? Executive? Pwede naman. Kasi resolution, ikaw. Pero next time sana may dala. So we will resume our session. Councilor Season. This will move by Councilor Season, seconded by Councilor Season to include the said resolution in our works today for deliberation. In objection, hearing none, the motion is carried.
Now proceed to unassigned business. The first item is the resolution approving the 2020 annual investment program of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Councilor Serino, shall we set a committee? Pwede natin i-hearing or i-unpack natin ng Tuesday next week.
I request for a committee hearing o
Unpack mo
hearing
lang.
unpack. Chairman on
Tuesday, 2:30 siguro. Next week. 8.
8.
So,
Up to PM. Also, item number 1, what? Ilan to?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
AIP.
AIP yung supplemental budget at saka yung magkakasong tatlo na sila. Related sila eh. Ano, dalawa pala?
tatlo.
Annual investment plan for 2019. Then, sa criminal budget, criminal investment program number 2. And then,
So, to give us time to go through the said measures, Councilor Serino moves to schedule a committee hearing, unpack committee hearing on October 8, Tuesday, 2 p.m.
for those 3 items.
For those 3 items, the supplemental annual investment plan, the annual investment plan, and the supplemental budget number 2. Schedule na ba tayo yan? For session. Monday.
So with more time, Mr. Chairman, can you adjust the time to 1:30?
Pwede ka ba Tuesday? Monday na Tuesday, pwede ako.
Pwede ka Monday.
Tuesday.
1 p.m.
Okay. We move it to October 8, Tuesday, 1 p.m. So, kindly invite our invite ko natin. Budget office and planning officer.
Planning office.
Engineering, I'm assuming. Local Finance Committee.
Local Finance Committee members.
Okay, the committee hearing is set and back on October 8, 1 p.m. Next item.
Resolution authorizing City Mayor Arthur F. Celeste to enter into a memorandum of agreement with
The Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners.
North Luzon Chapter, 100 Island Cycling Club Incorporated, Philippine Medical Society, Western Pangasinan Confederation of Ilocano Association or Samahang Ilocano, Victory Christian Fellowship of Pangasinan Incorporated, and LGU of the municipalities of Sual, Mabini, Burgos, Dasol, Infanta, Bani, Anda, Agno, and Bolinao for the institutionalization of disaster risk reduction and management initiatives among stakeholders and build resilience of local communities.
Councilor Segundera, recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I request for a committee hearing on October 7, next Monday, at 10 in the morning.
Okay, second, Madam Secretary, Councilor Segundera, schedules a committee hearing regarding the DRRM initiatives on October 7, 10 o'clock in the morning. Who do we invite, ma'am?
The CDRN.
Kindly invite the CDRM and maybe all those, the representatives of those organizations as well. And then maybe prepare also the draft MOA so our chairperson can review it before the said hearing. Okay, any other? So committee hearing is set on October 7, 10 o'clock in the morning. Next item.
Resolution commending Puribel Hope G. Marsan, NCAA Season 95, badminton champion in the women's division.
Mr. Chair, I move that we include the said resolution in our business of the day.
It has been moved by Councilor Season that we include the said item in the business of the day, seconded by Councilor Ablon G. Bakay and Councilor Rapido. Any objection? Hearing none, the said item is included in our business of the day for deliberation. Next item.
Resolution enjoining barangay officials of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan to establish and/or strengthen quarantine checkpoints in the barangay as a preventive measure for the ASF in the City of Alaminos.
Councilor De Castro. We do that in business of the day.
The matter and that it be debated to the business of the day.
Okay. It has been moved by Councilor De Castro that we include the said resolution in our business of the day. In objection, hearing none, the said resolution is included in our business of the day for deliberation. Gusto rin pa natin patawag siguro sa yung city vet para to give us an update. Kahit sa next session, di ba? Parang update lang tayo. Kasi dumaan yung dengue, dumaan yung baha, dumaan yung parang sana pagka may big issue, para ma-update rin tayo kung ano nangyayari. Dialogue. So, move tayo. Councilor Sirino na to. Next session na lang. October 8.
Sa zoning
Zoning. Ay, ready pa. Then doon muna tayo sa na-approve na ni Councilor De Castro. So, who can move? Mag-move ba ng dialogue? Patawag natin yung city vet. Give us an update.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I hope that a dialogue be conducted with the city vet and other affected agencies on
Madali. May session na. The session na. Update lang.
To update us.
So, we would like to, Councilor Cirilo would like to invite our city vet office to give us an update regarding the ASF situation here in our city on our next regular session in the underprivileged hours. Next item, Madam Secretary, regarding the Barangay Council of Poblacion.
Yes, I request the dialogue on October.
So, the legal right.
October... Ay, meron po sa calendar, di ba? Monday.
10 million.
10. O 9. 9 a.m.
October 7.
October 7.
So, Councilor Siri Trutok, Chairman of Finance, would like to set dialogue along with the Poblacion Barangay Council on October 7, 9 a.m. regarding
Please invite the city planning.
okay.
Silang pumasok eh.
Please invite the city planning officer and the zoning officer. I think this stems from the issue of putting up a gas station
Yeah.
doon po sa Poblacion area. So, sana makapunta rin po tayo. So, tingnan ko ma-amen ba natin o hindi. So, any objection? Hearing none, the said hearing is, the said dialogue is scheduled on October 7, 9 o'clock. Next item, Madam Secretary.
Now proceed to the committee reports. The first item is the appropriation committee report from the hearing held on September 23rd regarding the review of the 2019 annual budget of Barangay Victoria amounting to 2,590,028 pesos.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we conducted committee hearing where on September 23, 2019, where my colleagues, Councilor Apolonia Bakay, Councilor Caroline Siso, Councilor Sarpuli, and Councilor Raul Bakay also present, together with the budget officer, some barangay council members with the respective barangay treasurers, and the city chairman. The representative from Barangay Victoria has presented their annual barangay budget for 2019. The representatives from the Sangguniang Panlungsod for different barangays mentioned below were likewise given the opportunity to present their annual budget, discussed the committee priority projects within the respective barangays. Following budgets for Barangay Victoria is Sangguniang Kabataan are as follows. For Victoria, annual budget for 2019 is 2,590,000 pesos and 19 centavos. Tulakan SK for 2019, 189,000 pesos. For Makap Team SK, 175,534. For Mona SK, 426,342. Tangkarang SK, annual budget for 2019, 254,000. Victoria SK, 259,000. Tanaytay SK, 216,750 pesos. San Jose SK, 211,733. Based on the hearing conducted and the certification of the local finance committee as to their substantial compliance to applicable budgeting rules and regulations, the committee found the 8 barangays annual budgets in order. During the hearing, the SK chairman of Barangay Polo was not present, hence the committee recommended the conduct of another committee hearing on September 30, 2019 at 9 a.m. to review the SK budget of Barangay Polo. With the above findings, the committee moves for the adoption of this committee report and the adoption of the resolution declaring valid and operative annual budgets of the aforementioned barangay and SKs. The committee hereby requests the proposed body will the conduct of another committee hearing on September 30, 2019 at 9 a.m. to review Puro SK.
Okay, the committee chair on finance moves for the adoption of the committee report. And the said, measure being included in our business of the day, except for Barangay Polo, escape of budget of Barangay Polo, which we will set on October.
Taron yung student, yan ang so pwede committee for the purpose of reviewing this case on October 11 at 9 a.m.
October 11, 9 a.m. Any objection, amendment, hearing none, the committee report is hereby adopted. The said matter, said resolution be included in our business of the day, except for the SK budget of Barangay Polo, which is set a committee hearing on October 11 at 9 o'clock in the morning. Next item.
The next item is the Joint Committee report from the hearing held on September 23rd regarding the dialogue on the implementation of the provisions of Article 10 of City Ordinance Number 2009-04.
Mr. Chair, implementation of provision of Article 10 of City Fisheries Ordinance Number 2009-04. President during the hearing conducted on September 23, 2019, where my colleagues from this August, namely Councilor Patay, Councilor Season, Councilor Bowling, Councilor Adok, together with a representative from Agriculture, Maritime Police, Bante Dagat, Barangay Council of Luhap, and concerned fisher folks. A group of marginalized fishermen, including those who were caught for illegal fishing at the Rhode Island, sought enlightenment from this August body about the provision of Article 10 of the Fisheries Ordinance of 2009, which made liable. Mr. Milbert Perez from the Agriculture Office has informed the committee that those below who were put for illegal fishing activities have violated Section 41 and Section 44 of the aforecited ordinance. Section 41 provides it shall be unlawful for any person, cooperative, partnership, firm or cooperative to exploit, occupy, produce, breed, culture, capture, or gather fish from night species and other aquatic products, or engage in fishery activity in the city of water by means of net, trap, and other kind of fisheries, fishing gear, or by means of fishing boat or vessel, 3 cruise tons and below, or engage in any fishery activity or seek employment as a fisher worker without a valid license, lease, or permit issued by the city mayor of such purpose. Likewise, Section 44, which deal with the licensing of fishing boat with 3 cruise tonnage and below, state that no person, cooperative, partnership, association, firm, or organization shall operate fishing boat vessel without registration and valid license to operate issued by the city mayor, provided that those vessel or boat used for cargo, hauling, and service purposes, motorized or non-motorized, except passenger boat, shall be required to secure registration and permit license to operate from the city government. One of the violators has appealed before the concerned officer to allow them to fish near the island to meet their need of livelihood. However, such request did not prosper as both officers from the Agriculture and Maritime Police were adamant that they were just implementing the ordinance and that unless ordinance is amended, any violation should be dealt with by the local law. Mr. Perez further emphasized that since that ordinance was enacted in 2009, there have no sufficient information and dissemination that fishing is not allowed within 50 meters radius at the 100 Island. Documentation. In view of the above finding, the committee moves for the adoption of its committee report and the matter is reassigned to committee for further study.
Okay, that's been moved by Councilor Capitan Raul Bakay for the adoption of this committee report. On the said item, the archive. The said not to be archived. Any objection, amendment, discussion? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted. The said item be archived for further study. Naayos naman na. Yung mga nagre-reklamo na.
Gusto namin kasi yung ordinance na ito.
Kung saan pwede yan.
Oo, kasi halimbawa kasi yung bangka mo for fishing, ay for passenger, pagkatapos time ng mga tagulan, bagyo, hindi pwedeng gamitin for fishing. Kahit kukuha ka ng
Pagkatapos, kung halimbawa, kahit non-motorized, kahit balsa lang, mag-pit-to-pit ka pa ulit.
So yun yung issue, hindi yung pag-iisda sa...
Hindi
okay.
issue.
Okay, any other questions? Next, answer the doc.
Mr. Chairman, I know that since it appears that the issue is urgent, we should calendar another committee hearing. I-aircam natin ito, baka matulong na ito, matagal. Walang active ito eh.
Okay lang.
Iyon lang po na lang.
So Councilor Raul schedule natin. Councilor Raul Bakay withdraws his motion to archive. So when do we want to set a committee hearing po?
October 11. 10:30.
Kailan tayo? So October 11, magkakaroon tayo. Dalawa na. So Councilor Raul Bakay withdraws his motion to archive. Motion to archive. Nakalagay kasi dito. Withdraws his motion, so he moves. The new motion is to adopt this committee report and to schedule a committee hearing on October 11. Oras po. Ano oras? 10:30 in the morning. Any objection? Amendment? Discussion? Hearing none. The said committee report is hereby adopted and the said matter is set for committee hearing on October 11, 10:30 a.m.
Mr. Chair, in addition to that matter, considering that there will be the proposed amendment of the Fishery Code of Fishery Ordinance number 2009-4, is likewise requested that is namely the just coordinate the Secretary as to the class of committee
Yes.
on the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Kindly invite the said personalities as requested by our two councilors. Siguro, bigyan na rin ng kopya yung ano. Yung pakaya amin. Masyado na natin. Maybe we'll proceed to our next item.
The next item is the joint committee report from the hearing held on October 23rd regarding the proposed amendment to ordinance number 2002-27, otherwise known as the City of Alaminos Tricycle Ordinance of 2002.
Mr. Chair, proposed amendment to ordinance number 2002-27, otherwise known as the City of Alaminos Tricycle Ordinance of 2002. The committee hearing was conducted on September 23, 2019. Present were my colleagues, Councilor Cirilo Radok, Councilor Oscar Bowling, Councilor Apollonia Bakay, and representative from the market section, TRO, OSO, ECPS, and President of Pagtuda. This committee hearing was called as response to the issue raised by tricycle driver operators during the hearing on the proposed rerouting scheme as an action of LGU Alaminos to the directive of President Duterte on reclaiming all public roads street being used for private use. Since tricycle roads using portion of street in CBD as a parking areas, we are directed to look for another parking areas in the absence of LGU managed common terminal. The issue was raised that when tricycle franchise holders renew their franchise, they are being required to pay the amount of 150 pesos as parking fee. In view of this committee in the exercise of the principle of fairness and consultation with LCA decided to review the ordinance providing for such fee. The Transportation Regulation Office of the City manifested no objection for the proposed suspension of the collection of parking fee as provided under the Ordinance Number 2002-27, while the city government is still exploring avenues for possible establishment of the common terminal. The committee further advised the TUDA representative to look for another space to serve as these querying areas the soonest possible time. The committee assures the attendees that an action from his host body will immediately suit for the temporary suspension of implementation of provision of the City Ordinance Number 2004-27 on the parking fee. Implementation. In view of the above state findings, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of this committee report and moves that the August body will deliberate on the immediate suspension of the implementation of provision of parking fee under the City Ordinance Number 2012-7.
Okay. So, pag-hearing po ba tayo ulit? O parang... Kasi...
No objection naman yung premise.
Paano ba yun? Magkano ba tayo? Kailangan i-amend yung ordinance? O pwede na tayo mag-resolution na stop muna yung collection ng fee?
Siguro cancellation lang. Cancellation muna bago kung makahanap ng terminal sa natin ulit.
Chair, what's for the 1 minute recess? Pwede ba yun? Ordinance?
Yung sa terminal fee? Oo, parking fee. Pwede naman i-suspend yung application ng terminal fee. Bayad mo na doon. Suspend the implementation ng as par at the terminal.
Pero meron pa mga resolution galing sa atin. Meron ba ang resolution from us? O... Kasi...
Tayo ang resolution.
Dapat meron.
To suspend yung
for 10 days.
Hindi na i-amend kasi pag nagkataon na mayroon ng terminal ng city, saka
pwede ba? Better kung i-amend, pero kung temporary lang, siguro pwede nating suspension. Ano tawag yung suspension? Suspension. Gano'ng katagal? End of the year lang muna. Kasi kailangan may tayo hindi pwedeng hanggang mga
hindi, hanggang makahanap ang city government ng parking.
Pero kailangan may oras kasi baka naman taon yun. So kung mag-expire, solusyon lang tayo.
Kasi bawal naman talaga yung makukulit pa sila na hindi sila
So siguro, pwedeng hanggang end of the year, pwede kaya?
try lang natin, total. Pwede naman natin
kasi,
lang.
para at least, okay po tayo ka. I-resolution natin for the suspension of the collection of fees with regard to parking up until December 31, 2018.
Paano ba yung collection ng
Hindi, basta magpapasas natin.
Ayaw? Hindi, lahat na nag-renew, siguro lahat na nag-renew.
Pag nag-renew, kasi may number eh.
Yearly ba yun?
Yearly din. Renewal.
Based on taon.
Yung renewal, effective na renewal nila.
Oo. Kaya nag-renew ka na kahapon, bayad ka na.
Ano ba yan? Hindi na... iba-iba yung kanila.
Iba-iba yung buwan.
Bila na January 1 and 2, wala tayo. Sa February.
Walang fixed schedule.
Wala.
Parang kung yung date number mo, ganitong month ka pa.
Hindi nila yung effective.
Yun lang, kaya kasi suspension muna.
Siguro. Sweldo na lang yung mga hindi pa natin siguro.
Oo. Resolution for suspension.
Sige, we will now resume our session. So Councilor Raul Bantay would like to move for the adoption of the committee report and final resolution for the suspension of the collection of parking fees from effective immediately up until December 31, 2019. Any objection? Hearing none, the Senate Committee report is hereby adopted and the resolution suspending the collection of parking fees be included in our business of the day deliberation. Next item.
Next item is the joint committee report from the hearing held on September 23rd on the consultation with Affective Transport Group regarding the proposed rerouting scheme.
Sorry, bago tayo mag-convert, yung sa amendment, wala na muna. Basta, i-archive lang muna natin yun. Resolution na muna. Pero wala tayong amendment pa. Wala na. Okay. So, archive yung item number 4. Kapila na ba kayo? Item number 5.
Mr. Chair, proposed rerouting scheme. A second round of committee hearing consultation dialogue to decongest the Central Business District CBD through a proposed rerouting scheme was held in September 23, 2019. Invited guests include the PNP, TRO, POSO, and Market and Cemetery, along with the representative from the second batch of registered transport group operating in the city of Alaminos, who failed to attend the prior scheduled committee hearing last September 12, 2019. The Committee on Transportation, along with the Councilor Apollo Batay, Tirelo Rado, Councilor Oscar Buling, has reiterated the city desire to address the worsening traffic condition. Despite the ongoing clearing of road obstruction in the city of Alaminos, particularly in Central Business District, CBD, through the rerouting scheme. Engineer Wilson Tampa, the market supervisor of the LGU, has presented a video presentation showing the areas where hard traffic jam frequently occur and to restrict the proposed traffic scheme. This committee has favorably recommended that the dry run be scheduled on October 1 to November 15, and that the necessary coordination and cooperation with the implementing bodies be facilitated. In view of the above state finding, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report and that dry run be scheduled on October 1 to November 15, 2019.
Councilor Bagay, ano ba to? Resolution ba to o internal na lang sa kanila? Internal na lang, no? So, Councilor Bagay moves for the adoption of the committee report and a dry run. It would be set, I think, Councilor Lalo.
Mr. Chairman, I think we have missed a portion of the report where it says that a window R be granted to business establishments in Alaminos for possibly for unloading of their stocks from 1 to 3 in the afternoon, as requested by the representative of the Business Association in Alaminos.
Sino yung representative natin ng LCE dito? Kasi I think, I'm not sure pero parang previous tayo, matagal na nag-request talaga. Kaso nga parang di yata tinayagan yung implementer. So, paano bang ano natin doon? Meron bang representative yung executive dito nung hearing kayo?
Sila Wilson Kampa.
Pumayag sila?
Pumayag po sila.
Pumayag sila. Okay.
Pati yung mga implementers, mga pulis na pumayag po sila.
Okay. Please make sure na lang kasi parang naalala ko matagal nang nag-request yan tapos parang hindi yata pinayagan kasi talagang nagkakaproblema.
Pinayagan na po.
Gusto pinayagan. Okay.
Kailangan dito po. Kailangan tingin po. Namis na siguro. Hindi lang na
So,
overlook.
Kapitan Raul Bakay moves for the adoption of the committee report with the inclusion of the said the chair rules for 1 minute recess.
Check mo. Bago yung
kasi yung consultation regarding this, naging recommendation ng ating legal officer yan for the mayor to issue an memorandum order to the PNP and also para po sa rerouting. So, ang tinatanong ko, do we have to do it through a resolution endorsing to the city mayor, the parties of the committee for the implementation of the trial?
Mas maganda.
Yun po yung request ng ating legal officer para po may legal basis naman po daw si mayor na kanyang memorandum.
Yun lang. Okay lang resolution. Resolution natin para at least meron tayong sulat sa kanila na ginawa natin yung part natin. So we'll now resume our session. So, kasama ba yun?
Kasama po. Kasi yun ang usapan eh.
Basta kung ano yung
Hindi
usapan.
naman natin kasama yun. Yan naman nangyayari sa dialogue natin.
Basta nandun si Engineer Wilson tama.
Nandun siya. At saka yung
Boso?
Chief
Yung Muero?
si Raja. Dito sila, pati yung mga pulis eh.
So, okay. Councilor Raul Bakay moves for the adoption of the committee report and another resolution be filed.
Hindi siguro.
Endorsing.
Ito siguro, into the motion of the adoption of the committee report and the adoption of a resolution.
Adoption of the resolution endorsing the traffic, the dry run.
The dry run. And
The dry run and the
window hour.
window hour. Any objection? Hearing none? Objection? Objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and said resolution be included to the business of the day for deliberation. Regarding the endorsement of the dry run to our local chief executive. Next item.
Joint Committee Report from the public hearing held on September 25 regarding the proposed ordinance regulating the selling and promotion of junk foods and sugary drinks to preparatory, elementary, and high school students inside and within 100 perimeter in public and private schools in the city of Alaminos.
Councilor Applebaum.
The Committee on Health and Education has conducted a public hearing pertaining to this subject matter on September 25, 2019. Joining me were SP members including Councilors Bernard Ragabo, Councilor Serena Rado, Councilor Karen Season, and Councilor Oscar Bolin. Also present were the academic DHWs, BNS, Parents Association, and some barangay council members this city. Dr. Maria Victoria Carambas, the City Health Officer, was also present to give light to the subject matter concerning the health impact among other children. This committee has informed the attendees about its purpose to regulate the sale of junk foods, sugary, and other unhealthy foods inside school campuses, as well as stores within 100-meter vicinity of schools. This is in compliance with the existing DepEd Order number 13, series of 2017, which provides policy and guidelines on healthy food and beverage choices in schools and in DepEd offices. It was suggested that as a proper education and dissemination campaign among students, vendors, parents, and stakeholders must be done by incorporating the severe effects of sugary foods in the school. A medical representative from DepEd had acknowledged and agreed with the suggestion and vowed to prepare handouts for social awareness between and among the school's children and the parents on the nutritious facts. Since the matter has undergone series of consultations and dialogues, committee hearings favorably recommends its approval. In view of the foregoing, this committee hereby moves for the adoption of this committee report and that this measure be calendared for the second reading for the next regular session.
Councilor Bakay moves for the adoption of the committee report and the said ordinance be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Any objection? Hearing none, the said ordinance is calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Next item.
Joint Committee Report from the public hearing held on September 25 regarding the proposed ordinance and ordinance establishing the Alaminos City Technical Vocational Institute and Assessment Center and providing funds thereof.
Councilor Anton.
The SP Committee on Education has spearheaded a public hearing on the proposed measure entitled Ordinance Establishing, Creating the Alaminos City Technical Vocational Institute and Assessment Center and providing funds thereof for operational and management purposes last September 25, 2019. Present were City Councilors Rabago, Councilor Radok, Councilor Boling, and Councilor Season. Also in attendance were concerned representatives from the local executive, a TESDA consultant of the city, as well as the different representatives from the academy, parents association, and some barangay council members. Dr. Emilio Galeado, the city administrator, explained that the proposed measure is a pet project of our city mayor. It aims to provide educational opportunities among interested constituents to hone their talents and skills through TESDA trainings to be funded through the city's general fund. She explained further that neither qualification as to age nor degree of education is required. Though said project will prioritize enrollees from Alaminos. It may likewise admit enrollees from nearby towns. The city administrator likewise informed the attendees that since the city has a ready and available resources on agriculture and related equipment and facility, it will initially open 2 courses on organic agriculture, National Competency 1, NC1, and Slaughtering National Competency 2, with in-house training centers in the city's Techno-Demo Farm and Slaughterhouse respectively. Said courses are deemed inevitable in order to strengthen the interest of our constituents in slaughtering and agriculture-related courses trainings. The city TESDA consultant, Mr. Omar Estides, has informed the committee that as per agreement with TESDA, the latter will provide scholarship grants to enrollees of ECTVI Act B. Each course or training module will run for a maximum of 45 days. Mr. Estides further stressed that Act B itself cannot assist its students, trainees, after the latter have fully accomplished the said training, but it can tap other TESDA assessment centers like Santa Barbara for agri-related trainings. While the city aims to provide TESDA accredited trainees, it also envisions producing TESDA accredited assessors in the future. To date, there are 5 qualified in-house trainees from the Agriculture Office who will be tapped once the Act B is operational. In view of the above stated findings, the committee moves for the adoption of its committee report and that the said matter be scheduled for second reading for the next regular session.
Okay, any questions, suggestions? Magtanong lang ako, Councilor, no? From the general fund, meron bang parang magkano? Kasi nakita ko parang scholarship program with nangyari. 1.5. So siguro may suggest lang, dun sa ordinance po natin, nakalagay siguro yung amount, tapos nakalagay kung sino yung selection committee, ay may suggest sana may isang from Sangguniang to avoid issues, kasi similar to the scholarship program, siguro may representative from the SP, pangatlo, nakalagay na dun yung process. Kung sino ba yung qualified, sino hindi qualified, para at least malinaw yung guidelines natin. So, may draft ordinance ba ito?
Para masasigan na yun eh.
Meron ako ng
Ayun na. So, for second reading, dapat may draft ordinance na. Okay, Councilor Abdul-Bakar moves for the adoption of the committee report and the said ordinance be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Any objections? Hearing none, the said item is calendared in the next regular session. Next week na? Next item.
Joint Committee report from the second ocular inspection held on September 26 on cables and electric wires along the streets at the Central Business District.
Councilor Fontanera.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, committee hearing conducted on September 26, 2019, present were Councilor Ranoy, Councilor Bowling, and yours truly. Likewise, a representative from Panelco, Telecom, Internet, and Cable Service provider operating within the city of Alaminos have joined us during the deliberation of above subject matter. The committee has expressed expectation that all unserviceable wires, especially those cut, entangled and hanging lines attached to the Panelco wires that were identified during the previous ocular inspection to remove by concerned provider. Panelco representative where that they have started its clearing operation and set a timeline within which to finish the same not later than December 31, 2019. The representative from the concerned provider has requested this committee that they be notified in writing at least 5 days prior to the scheduled date of clearing operation to give them ample time to request their main office to invest manpower resources to fixing their respective connection lines. In view of the above, specifying the committee hereby move for the adoption of the committee report and that Mr. Chairman, delete for the meantime for the agenda kasi hindi nila masabing schedule nila sa
So, papaklasin na daw nila?
Company ko, Mr. Chair, kung sila ko ng buwan, may tao sila. Hindi nila masabi kung kailan sila mag-isip.
Matulog na naman ito pagka inarkayin natin.
Kasi may kontrata sila December 31.
So mag-resolution tayo, enjoy na yung conclusion. Hindi na.
Nakalagay dito, Mr. Chair, na the representatives of the concerned providers have requested this committee that they be notified in writing at least 5 days prior to this meeting. Tayo pa yata mag-notify sa atin. Hindi gagawa na lang tayo ng resolution na ito sinsaman. Sa munisipyo.
Hindi, siguro gawa tayong resolution, enjoining them to comply. ASAP.
Pag hindi sila comply.
Kasi the clearing operations will be ongoing. Kaya ang suggestion ko, gawin nila natin, file natin resolution, mahal na sila mga oo. Kasi kung antay, mag-aantayan. So, Councilor Patelera moves for the adoption of the committee report and another resolution to be filed enjoining the said companies and the Panelco to immediately comply with the clearing operations of wires and posts in the city of Alaminos. Any objection? Hearing none, the committee report is hereby adopted and the said resolution be included in our business of the day for deliberation. Next item.
Joint Committee Report from hearing held on September 27 on the legislative inquiry of the concerns of farmers in transacting business with the National Food Authority.
Councilor Lanay.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Legislative inquiry about the concerns of farmers as to the process of transacting business with the NFA was conducted on September 27, 2019. With me were City Councilors, Dalia Dillon, Joselito Conterera, Cirilo Radok, and Oscar Buling, and representatives from NFA and different farmers associations in the city. Concerns and suggestions raised during the aforesaid inquiry include the following. Number one, allegation of farmers association that there's an inconsistency with the price range between the local NFA from that of the nationals. Number two, to determine the changes of prices of products in the local NFA. Number three, allegedly there are palay buying stations using farmers association passbook to avail incentives. Number four, request for an express lane for individual farmers for faster transactions, and number five, to repeal the requirement that palay should not be lowered anymore before NFA accepts the produce. After the thorough explanation and discussions, NFA representative vote to remain committed and sensitive to the needs of the farmers associations in the city, and has likewise guaranteed to further educate their staff to be efficient in the discharge of their duties, especially in the practice and policy implementation of the said agency. In view of the above stated findings, the committee moved for the adoption of its committee report and that this matter be adopted.
Councilor Silva.
During the dialogue, Mr. Chairman, we observed some really serious lapses on the part of CDFA. Kawawa ng mga partners natin. If may was to be followed. I would like that this committee report be furnished the regional office of BNFA, able to the palace.
So, are you amendable to the suggestion, Councilor Yanoy, Chairman of Agriculture? Will we craft a resolution? Endorsement lang? Endorsement lang?
Lagyan lang natin
Report
dito.
lang.
Copy of the committee report be furnished the BNFA regional office and the BNFA dito para alam nila na
Okay. So, meron tayo. Councilor Robin Yanoy moves for the adoption of the committee report. And said measure the, archive na natin to? O delete na natin, tapos na. And the said item be deleted from the calendar of business. But we also would like to furnish the NFA here in Alamino City and our regional NFA the copy of the committee report from the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Alamino. Siguro may cover letter din yung para endorsement. So any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said matter be deleted from the calendar of business that the committee report be furnished to the NFA Alaminos and NFA Regional. Next item.
Joint Committee Report from the hearing held on September 27 regarding the proposed resolution favorably endorsing the application of Dalton Corporation for forest land agreement for tourism purposes.
The committee hearing was conducted on September 27, 2019 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Together with me were Councilors Dalia De Leon, Robin Lanoy, Oscar Boding, and Sito Costera. Also present were representatives from the Sulan Corporation, Mr. Mervin Limbo, and Engineer Eduardo Garcia from the Office of the City Planning of Alamino City. And on motion of the representative of the Sulan Corporation that there are matters to be clarified with Centro to Attorney Paul Cosatan or his duly authorized representative, the Sulan requested for postponement of another committee hearing. In view of the above, it is prayed that the committee report be adopted and that it be reserved on October 11, 2019 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Ilan tayo sa October 11 mo? Tatlo na. Kumun pa natin, kasi 12.
Hindi okay lang yun. Magaling ako sa laso.
Mabilis lang ba? Request na i-punta na natin ng 12. Ano yung 12?
Pabalo.
10. Kaya mo? Kailangan po, di ba? Next year lang, ha?
Hindi para pa-flexible na para pagkatapos nila yung part na yung amendment ng officials na.
Mamlos, sige. Hindi kasi ina-avoid natin na magtamak naman kasi nahirapan. Sige, Councilor De Castro would like to move for the adoption committee report and to set another committee hearing on October 11. Ano oras na ito? 10 o'clock in the morning. Any objection? Hearing none, the set committee hearing is set on October 11, 10 o'clock in the morning. Ano oras yung October 11?
Sir, yung October 11 is yung SK budget ng Polo, 9 o'clock. Article 10 ng City Ordinance number 2019-04, 10:30 po.
Tatlo. Next sila naman sa Polo.
This game, isang meeting. So,
Mabilis lang.
wala 10 minutes.
Sige. So next item, Madam Secretary. Business of the day.
Now we proceed to the business of the day. So the business of the day, the first item is the resolution enjoining the barangay officials of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan to strengthen their cleanliness drive on the clogging of canals to prevent outbreaks of dengue and other related diseases.
Councilor Abulbahay.
Kasi according to comply for the requirements for the outbreak report during the dengue outbreak last month.
Resolution na naman eh. Okay lang naman. Resolution.
Sasabihin natin sa resolution.
Sasabihin natin na... short.
Ano sasabihin natin sa resolution?
Ano lang, to ano our sentiment. Signify our sentiment.
Magalit pa sa ating mga pag...
Pasok pa naman si Kapro. Wala, okay naman sa amin. Kayo ba? Hindi na.
Baka magalit sila kasi sa atin, parang minamantuan natin sila. Malamang naman, meron na silang pa sa agriculture di ba ngayon?
Enjoying mo.
Share for the approval of the resolution.
It's been moved by Councilor Abulbahay, seconded by Councilor Abulbahay and Councilor Season for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is adopted. So, whereas clauses na lang na basta enjoying. Parang to our sentiment. Next item.
Resolution endorsing a Sangguniang Panlungsod member who shall be included in the composition of the city's People's Law Enforcement Board based on the DILG memorandum dated August 6, 2019.
Walang supporting documents, no? Pa? Kaya naman?
Hello, Mr. Chairman, the resolution endorsing Councilor Alfred De Castro.
I admit in open arms and open legs.
The representative of the SP to reflect.
Okay, there is a motion by Councilor Sini Gulatok, seconded by Councilor Albacay to designate our chairman on laws and rules in the plen in the city of Alaminos. Any objection? Objection? Councilor De Castro, objection?
I gladly admit I accept open arms and open legs.
So, do we put in the resolution in case of absence? Napapalit na SP.
Wala naman yata nakalagay sa
Albert is dead.
Okay. So, hearing man, make sure na. Hearing man, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Yung position na lagay mo, Chairman of the News. Next item.
Resolution endorsing the proposed tourism-related projects in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan to the Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority for funding assistance to WIT, solar street lights at Barangay Cabatuan, Tuluca Park, floating docks at Hundred Islands National Park, and Sky Garden at Luca Park.
Councilor Season.
Yes, Mr. Chair. There are no more comments regarding the resolution. I move for its approval.
It's been moved by Councilor Season, seconded by Councilor Rapago, Councilor Abulbacay for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Amendments, suggestions? Hearing none, the said resolution is adopted.
Resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian C. Celeste to enter into memorandum of agreement by and between the local government unit Alaminos City, Pangasinan and the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, North Luzon Chapter, Hundred Island Cycle Club Incorporated, Philippine Medical Society, Western Pangasinan, Confederation of Ilocano Association, Samahang Ilocano, Victory Christian Fellowship of Pangasinan Incorporated, and the LGU of the Municipalities of Sual, Malili, Burgos, Dasol, Infanta, Bani, Anda, Aso, and Bolinao for the institution of...
Secretary, sorry. Mga ba eh, napagod ka na. Sige natin for hearing yan. Select up for it. Natapos ko talaga para tapusin ko. So, this one is set for committee hearing. Okay lang po. Next item.
Resolution commending the achievement of Miss Rebel Hope G. Marsan for being the champion in badminton women's division in the recently concluded NCAA season 95.
Councilor Cesar.
Regarding this resolution, I move for it.
It has been moved by Councilor Cesar, duly seconded by Councilor Abdelbakay for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Amendment, hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Commending Councilor Season there, Secondera. Ito badminton. Next item.
Resolution enjoining barangay officials of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan to establish and or strengthen quarantine checkpoints in their barangay as a preventive measure for the ESF in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Councilor Lanoy, the chairman on Agriculture, for Councilor De Castro. It has been moved by Councilor De Castro, duly seconded by Councilor Lanoy for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Being none, the said resolution is hereby adopted.
Resolution declaring valid and operative by the 2019 annual budget of Barangay Victoria.
Well, there are no more questions, Mr. Chairman, on the annual budget of Victoria. I move for its approval.
It's moved by Councilor Adop, duly seconded by Councilor Bowling and Councilor Rabago for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection, amendment, discussion? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution declaring valid and operative in its entirety the SK 2019 annual budgets of Barangay Dulacac, Makatiw, Bona, Polo, San Jose, Tanaytay, Pangkarang, and Victoria.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, if there are no more questions on the annual budget of the 8 SKs as mentioned by the Secretary, I move for the adoption of the resolution declaring valid and operative those annual budgets.
It has been moved by Councilor Adop, duly seconded by Councilor Bowling and Councilor Season for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution providing for the suspension of the collection of parking fee provided under City Ordinance Number 2002-27, effective immediately up to December 31, 2019.
Any motion? Councilor Raul Bahay. Approval? Adoption. Resolution dun sa suspension ng parking fee.
Mr. Chair, I would adoption resolution
The parking fee. Councilor Raul Bahay moves for the adoption of the said resolution. Any second? Seconded by Councilor Adop and Councilor Banoy. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution endorsing to the office of the City Mayor Brian C. Celeste for the implementation of a dryness of the proposed rerouting scheme and window hour from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. From October 1 to November 15.
Mr. Chair, I move the adoption of the resolution regarding the proposed rerouting scheme and the window hour starting October 1 to November 15.
Okay. Window hour ng ano yan, ng business trucks.
Unloading lang.
Unloading.
Papasok siya.
Sa
Maliit na truck lang.
hindi. hindi po tayo magkakakonflict dun sa existing ano natin, truck ban.
Hindi, yung truck ban, talagang pa yan, walang exception yun. Ito yung parang exception lang dito.
Parking.
Yung pagod lang sila sa kanila, yung truck ban talagang bawal silang pumasok lahat. Exception yun.
Kaya pwede sila pumasok at mag-unload.
Yun lang, yung maliliit na truck nila.
Pero currently, bawal mag-unload. Bawal din pumasok.
Wala silang ban ngayon. Sa gabi sila yun. Dahil sa truck ban.
Okay. So,
inaabing nila ngayon yung sa gabi, yung sa truck, sa may truck ban.
Pero if we pass the resolution, we will be in conflict with the truck ban as well. Technically.
Technically, parang exception ito sa truck ban.
Okay. So, just so we know, kasi ordinance ba yung truck ban? Nasa traffic code rin. Okay, it has been moved by Councilor Albacay, seconded by Councilor Redok, for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Amendment, discussion, hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Ayusin na lang yan, ay baka may kakonflict.
Tsaka hindi, tsaka ako dito, gusto natin review naman. Siya naman na pag-issue ng kwan.
Siya pa rin na
mag-implement.
Resolution enjoining the concerned cable and electric company to comply with the clearing operations of the local government unit of Alaminos City, Pangasinan with regards to their cables and wires along the CBD, along the streets in the CBD.
Councilor Pantelera.
Mr. Chair, I move for the...
That's been moved by Councilor Pantelera, seconded by Councilor, Councilor Ranoy and Councilor Boling and Councilor Secundera and Councilor Redok for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. And also yung endorsement, yung we-forward anything ba lang? Next item. Ganito ba rin? Wala na. Yung NFA to forward. Any next item? Announcements?
Announcement po, invitation. Kung nakikita niyo po sa inyong folder, meron po kayong invitation dyan from the DILG regarding the LG Orientation of Public-Private Partnership 101 and Joint Venture Modality on October 28 to 31, 2019 in Baguio City. Dalawang SP members po ang pwede pumunta, umattend po.
Sino po gusto pumunta?
Baguio City po.
So, ano na lang, please inform the secretary kung gusto pong pumunta. Kailangan may dalawang pumunta. Siguro sa trade industry, magdali mga gusto. Next announcement.
So another announcement po with regards po ito sa forthcoming 100 days report na ating City Mayor Archbishop Celeste is scheduled on October 15, 2019 at 9 o'clock in the morning sa Don Leopoldo Season Convention Center. Ang request po ng Executive Department is for us to host, gagawin po natin para siyang State of the City address. So, hopefully your session on October 15 will be at the Don Leopoldo Season Convention Center at 9 o'clock in the morning. So yung details po pag-usapan muna with our City Vice Mayor or Presiding Officer.
Save the date na lang po tayo. Save the date sa 9 a.m. October 15 po. So siguro lahat po tayo nakabarong. Punta po tayo doon. Doon po tayo magsisession. Pero more magre-report lang si Mayor Brian. Wala tayo. Nag-agenda pa tayo? Hindi na. Hindi na. Any other announcements? Councilor Ranoy?
Happy birthday to Councilor Galgadillo.
Okay, happy birthday.
35th birthday celebration on October 11. Ang magbibigay po siya ng lechon.
Any second? Second by all. But happy birthday to Councilor Calidarian. Any other announcements po? Announcements? Kung wala na po, Councilor Season?
Yes, Mr. Chair, if there are no more matters to discuss, for adjournment.
It has been moved by Councilor Season, seconded by Councilor Patalara, and Councilor De Leon for the adjournment of today's session. I now call the Sangguniang Panlungsod regular session for the first week of October adjourned. Welcome to Burman.